I introduce our second speaker for today, Sankalp, an individual who stands as beacon of expertise in the ever-evolving landscape of cybersecurity and cloud technology. An AWS cloud captain, he's a 2x AWS certified, CH certified cybersecurity professional, renowned for his expertise in cloud specialist. He is also sought after speaker in the field of cybersecurity, cloud security, and AWS cloud. What's even more inspiring is that alongside with the professional journey, he continues to enrich his knowledge as a student at MIT ADT University, a testament to his dedication to staying at the forefront of technology and innovation. So without further ado, please join me in welcoming our speaker, Sankalp, an AWS cloud captain and cybersecurity maestro, who's going to present on container security in AWS. Over to Sankalp.
Hi everyone, is my screen visible?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. So let's get started with container security in AWS. So as my introduction is over, so I'll directly get started with the agenda, what we'll be covering in this talk. So we'll be covering AWS container services, then container threat detection using Amazon Guard Duty, and vulnerability management in containers using AWS Inspector. So coming to the container services, so in AWS, there are few container services provided by AWS. So for management, for hosting the container, and for image registry. So for management, we have Amazon ECS, Elastic Container Service, and Amazon EKS, Elastic Kubernetes Service. For hosting the containers in Amazon, we have Amazon EC2 and AWS Fargate. AWS Fargate is one of the serverless solutions. Then image registry. So it's Amazon ECR. Then container risk. So why containers are vulnerable? Why container applications are vulnerable? So talking about this, so first thing is the vulnerable application code. So while developing, while writing the code, there might be a possible some bugs or some application code is not checked or not written in the secure way. Then secondly, the poor configuration of containers and pods. So this is the very crucial thing that we should properly consider our pods and the containers. Then the third, insecure configurations. As extending the second point itself, insecure configurations might lead to some of the security vulnerabilities in pods and Kubernetes, etc. Then malware attacks. So as we all are aware, so malware attacks, any type of attacks, malware attack via worms or anything that may attack your containers. Then secrets exposure. That this is very important thing because managing the secret is very crucial thing in the environment. Then unintended behavior. So anything unintended, anything or anonymous access granted or anything that is a high risk to your environment. Coming to next slide, Amazon Guard Duty. So Amazon Guard Duty is an intelligent threat detection service. Basically, that uses machine learning algorithms and anomaly detection, which is with threat intelligence. It is integrated with threat intelligence to prioritize the security vulnerabilities, and it helps us in security incident response. So use cases, some of the use cases, it improves the security operations visibility. So, as it is already integrated with threat intelligence and machine learning, it automatically tries to find the threats in your environment. And as the threats are detected, then we investigate, we automate the remediations and the process. Then detecting mitigate threats in container environment, as we talked about it. Then malware identification. So this is the official diagram from Amazon's website. So how it works is that we have to activate Amazon Guard Duty. Then Amazon Guard Duty will analyze the logs. Okay, the logs from S3, logs from container workloads, logs from instance EC2 instance, logs from every VPC, logs from EKS control plane logs. So it will try to analyze your logs, and it will intelligently detect the threat. And these threats will be sent to some other services for remediation. So data sources for Amazon Guard Duty. So Amazon VPC flow logs. First are the VPC flow logs, then DNS logs, CloudTrail logs, EKS control plane logs. So how this works? This is the official one of the PPT, one of the official AWS PPT slides, which shows us the working of Amazon Guard Duty. So how it works is that it takes the logs, as we can see, VPC flow logs, DNS, CloudTrail logs, S3 data plane logs, and EKS control plane logs. So it ingests the logs, and we can see threat intelligence and anomaly detection using machine learning. So uh, uh, these two mechanisms help guard duty to detect the vulnerabilities in the container. And as we can see that some of the finding types are mentioned, Bitcoin mining or any command and control activity might be happening in the container, or unusual behavior, or any thing, malware attack, or which we have discussed in the previous slide, any attack. So it will intelligently detect the threats. Then, as we can see, it will assign the uh, high, medium, or low severity. And later, these findings are sent to Security Hub or CloudWatch or any other tools for further investigation. Then, coming to how Guard Duty actually learns about the environment. So, one is that the network activity, the traffic which is going in and out. Then the data access pattern. Then how is user accessing the data? That is very important. Then API calls. If a specific number of API calls are made, but suddenly a number of API calls increase. So this detected by Amazon Guard Duty. Then account usage. Also, as we discussed, it uses machine learning models. Okay, so it tries to find the normal and abnormal vulnerabilities, abnormal things in the environment. Then it generates findings for EC2, IAM, and container environments. Then some features of guard duty. So account level threat detection. So if your account is compromised, if your container is compromised, so it gives you account level threat detection. Then easy usage. So as we can see that we just have to click it to enable it, and it will automatically try to discover your workloads and try to find the vulnerabilities. Then no additional software is required. Okay, so the logs which we have seen, the AWS Cloud logs, VPC logs, or EKS logs, those all the logs are ingested, and also it is pre-integrated with threat intelligence. So we do not need any of the tools or any extra softwares with us to like integrate with it. So this is also one of the official slide uh, from AWS. So it shows the Amazon console, AWS console, where Guard Duty shows the findings. So we'll see one of the example here. Hmm, One of the example here is the Guard Duty example, which we have some of the findings. Kubernetes anonymous access is granted. So its severity is high. Anonymous user was granted API permission from EKS cluster. So anonymous access is granted there. Coming to the slides, so coming to the another tool, Amazon Inspector. So it's a automated vulnerability management tool by AWS. So it tries to maintain a vulnerability database, and it is specifically for container environment EC2 instances. These. So when we use the Amazon Inspector, it helps us in automating the security assessment and mean time to resolve the vulnerabilities. That is automated. So it overall helps us in incident response. And then this is the official diagram from the AWS website. First, we enable the inspector. Then we automate the workload. Automated, it is discovered. The container scanning is there. Then database is already maintained, as we will see on the Amazon console. Then it contextualizes the findings. It try to give the score, a CVSS score to the findings. And the later the findings are sent to the tools like Security Hub, Event Bridge, or ECR, or anything. Later the findings are sent. Then few of the features that it integrates, as I'm talking, that it sends the findings. So where it sends, so it integrates with Security Hub or Event Bridge to automate the security. Then automated vulnerability assessment. So there are some CVs or some critical vulnerabilities in the system, in your environment or in the container environment. So it tries to identify those particular findings. Then some network reachability findings are there, which tries to access their network paths. Then some of the findings that may include like your security groups are not managed or access control lists are not properly configured. So it tries to do the vulnerability assessment. Then a vulnerability score. So AWS Inspector gives you a risk score. It assigns the risk score to particular vulnerability, the critical, high, medium, low, and informational. So according to score, so 9 to 10 is critical, then 7 to 8.9 is high, and so on. Then coming to the next point, our next feature is that vulnerability research database. So using this feature, basically, we can search the CVs, which particular CVs are there in the scans or not. Also, it reads the data from National Vulnerability Database and CVS score and EPS. Then, if you have a valid use case, then there are some separation rules. Okay, so it tries to eliminate the low value findings because you have to filter a criteria. For example, if you have a intended particular thing for your environment, but it is being detected by the inspector, then you can have a separation rule for that, and you can eliminate that particular low value finding. So going to the console, Amazon inspector. So okay, so let's see the slide on. So Amazon Detective integration with EKS. So Amazon Detective basically helps you to find a root cause of malicious behavior or malicious and suspicious behavior in your environment. It tries to review the patterns. It tries to review the activities, pod volumes, or container service user activity, and then it details the findings, and it tried to investigate the what was the root cause for that specific vulnerability. And the last slide from the Amazon's official website, official presentation, one of the it shows the security workflow. So from these services, the findings are sent to AWS Security Hub. There are many other partners of AWS. So they send the findings to Security Hub. It tries to like Amazon Guard Duty tries to investigate. Amazon Detective tries to investigate and find the root causes, and then these are sent to Amazon Event Bridge for taking the remediation steps. And similarly, these findings are sent to Rapid7 or Splunk or any other same tools. So coming towards the end of this lightning talk, let's connect over LinkedIn. Thank you.
Thank you, Sankalp. It was great talk on container security on AWS.
Thank you.